Hey, y'all. It's Michelle for Monkeys Creations. I am back. Come on in. I am a little late. I was trying to find my iPad, couldn't find it. Then my Mevo wouldn't work. So I'm on the Logitech. So it's been crazy already this morning. So come on in. Let me get you pulled up on my phone so I can see your comments. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I can actually see you right there. Hello, everybody. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. I will take just a couple minutes to thank everybody, and I'm going to start crying, and I'm going to try not to, for all the prayers. Let's just get to work. How about that? Maybe I'll be able to talk later, but we're going to work on the pumpkin. And I am using the black chunky yarn with this amazing pumpkin ribbon. And then we've got some ivy. This is the Dollar Tree pumpkin frame. So I just thought we'd do a quick project this morning. I did go ahead and do the outsides. So I could figure out how I was going to do it, y'all. Okay, so let me just bring you down. And then maybe once we start getting into the project, I can talk without crying. Okay, so let me just bring you down and we'll get started. Thanks, y'all. Good morning, good morning. So I've got the black chunky yarn. We've got the Dollar Tree pumpkin frame. Now this one I did not spray paint because it is going to be completely covered. So I've just got 2 chunks of the yarn. So we're going to do this section and this section. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this. That way we don't have to mess with the whole thing. So I'm just going a little bit above the frame and a little bit below just to make sure that I have enough. And we're just going to cut that off. Thanks, y'all. So I'm going to cut 2 of those because we have 2 sections. Okay, so just like that, just measure your pumpkin. So these are actually 15 inches. So I've got some black zip ties. And we are going to go ahead. Now the pumpkin is not directional. So there's pumpkins going every which way. So it doesn't matter how you start it. Okay. And I chose the black because this is a black and white buffalo plaid. I pulled the orange, but I was like, no, that's going to be too much orange. But I thought with the black, that orange would really pop. So that's what we're going to do. So I left a section on each end, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So you definitely want to leave a little bit on each end, because this end is what will wrap and hide all these bars at the top and the bottom. Okay, so we're going to take our ribbon and our yarn, and I'm just going to put one right on top of the other, and we're going to scrunch it. Got a loose hair. And then I'm just going to attach it to the bracket. Now I'm attaching it on the opposite side that I'm initially pulling. That way the yarn doesn't slide back and forth. Okay. So I'm just taking a black zip tie. And actually, we can do that with it. Now, on the ends, it didn't matter. I could do them both at the same, but I want, y'all know I'm winging it. I want my pumpkins to sit right in the middle. So I don't want to have to go from the side. So we'll leave a little extra section and we'll just attach the yarn to the opposite side. Okay, so see how I'm going to be pulling this way. So if I had put this, the zip tie on this side of that bar, I would just be pulling our yarn back and forth, and this way I won't be. Okay, so let me find my little nippers that I had here. Well, we'll use these. That'll work. So I'm just going to clip that off, and then I'm going to start my pumpkin right here in the middle. Hello, hello, everybody. I will catch everybody up in just a minute. Let's get this stuff out of the way. So I'm pulling that to the back and just giving that a cut. And now our pumpkins will sit right in the middle. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so now all we're going to do is wrap it. Now this is just the way that I did it. So I wrapped 2 times here. I forget I'm on a different camera. 2 times here and 4 times underneath. Okay. So we're going to wrap right on top of that ribbon. So 1, this is going to be 2, that's 3, and I'm not pulling it tight because I want it to be chunky, okay? There's 4. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the ribbon down. And this was just to get it started. So now we're going to do 4 more. Hello, hello. So 1, 2. Now another thing, you don't look how, see how those bars move? So you don't want to pull tight because you want it to be big, right? So there's 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to bring my ribbon back and we're going to go twice. Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm going to bring my ribbon back and we're going to go 4. Everybody get the pattern? 1, 2. Oh, see, it just comes, I'm catching myself. Because you want to pull it tight, then you don't need to, y'all. 3. And then 4. Okay, bring your ribbon back. One, 2. Okay, now I did cut that a little bit short, but we're going to make it work, y'all. Pull that ribbon back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it back. 1, 2, what I'm going to do is we're going to take an extra piece. I'm just going to cut it. Actually, let me do it before we do this part. So if you cut it too short, it's okay. So I'm just going to zip tie these two together. If you have your hot glue gun, you can just glue it, but I don't. And you shouldn't even be able to tell that I did this. Let's hope, right? Okay. All right, now let's try this again. We've got 1 and 2. So that's perfect. Coming up underneath. 3 and 4. I'm going to cut this off just a little bit. There we go. Can't even tell. And then we're just going to finish this off. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach this back to the frame. Just like that. And cut it off. Okay, now I can see that little pucker. Let's see if we can hide it just a little bit more. But what I do is when I put the bows, I generally tend to angle my bow this way, so you won't even be able to see it. But I am going to cut this next one a little bit longer so that we don't have to do that. Somebody asked where I got this ribbon earlier. I honestly have no idea, but here is the item number, 86109-005. That is the item number. I have no idea where I got it. This is 1.5 inch ribbon. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this section. So get our next batch. attach it. Remember, we're pulling our yarn this way. So I want to attach my yarn on this side of the bar so that it doesn't slide. Hello, hello. I did, Marty. I just cut a longer piece. Okay, so we're going to take that and do the same thing here at the bottom, right in the middle. I can't hold on to anything. How much I honestly have no idea, but one bundle will give you plenty to make 2 or 3 of them, I would say. Just bring this to the back, snip that off. Okay, now we're going to start wrapping again. So I'm doing 4 and then 2 on top, 4 underneath, 2 on top. One, 2. 3. 4. Bring our ribbon down. Do 4. 2. 3. Hobby Lobby has 30% off. Y'all go get your yarn. 1, 2. Oh, I almost tried. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 4. So bringing our ribbon back up. And now I'm going to do 2 on top. So 1, 2. Come back. And we're doing 4. And I'm trying not to pull tight. Okay, there's 4. Two. I'm saying it out loud to remind me as well, y'all. 4 underneath, 2 on top. Yep, so now we're going to 4. Now you can honestly do this any way you want. If you want less ribbon and more yarn, look, just figure out how you want to do it. And just make sure it's consistent, because with these, you're going to notice if your counts are off. Okay, there's 4. 2. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're back. And because I put 4 at the bottom, I'm putting 4 at the top. Because y'all know I'm OCD. You use rope. Rope will definitely work as well. Okay. And then right here at the top, attach. Okay, I don't need that much. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Look how cute. And does that orange just pop against that black? I know some of y'all are like, why is she using black? That's why. All right, so let's go ahead and do the bottom. For the bottom, all I'm literally doing is going to wrap the bottom part. So I'm just wrapping it right around. Okay. So if you can see that, there's our bar. So I'm just taking and wrapping. Now you probably don't need to do this because because this is chunky yarn, you're probably not going to see it anyway, but I'm doing it. I just think it just gives it a more finished look if you happen to look from the bottom. Zip tie it. Okay. So here you can definitely see the bar and here you can't. So we're just going to keep going. Zip tie that. So while I'm doing this, I will try this again. Thank y'all so much for all the love, the prayers, everything y'all have given me and my family over these last couple of difficult weeks. You know, we had every intention of just going and celebrating Grandma's 96th birthday. But God had other plans. We did get our 5th generation pictures, but out of respect for Grandma, I will not post those. But we did get them. And I am so thankful we did. but I can't thank y'all enough. I can Marianne and Carrie and Dre and Lori all stepping up to go live on my page. They did a great job. And I hope y'all loved having them. Just get this last one attached. Yeah, that was unfortunately our last one, but we got it. All right, so there is our bottom. Now I'm not going to finish the top yet because I want to do the stem. And I was like, let's just stick with the yarn, right? So I've got this tan and I'm just going to cut a chunk of that off. And we're going to wrap this stem. Okay, so just attach it. And I'm going to just pull it to the back, cut this off. And I probably don't need that much, but actually let me cut most of this off because y'all know me and yarn, I'm going to be cussing in a minute. So let's just get it out of our way. Now you can obviously, you can wrap this in rope or twine, wrap the whole thing, however you want to do it. This is, I don't know the size, they just call it chunky yarn, and you can get it from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, Etsy. Just pull up chunky yarn and you'll find it. It is super chunky, just like me, y'all. So we, I was there for, 2 weeks, and me and mom just went on a junk food binge of Fritos and bean dip, y'all. I think I gained like 10 pounds while I was there. I didn't really, but I feel like it. So it was Rolos and Fritos and bean dip and just whatever we wanted to eat. My Amazon guy, yes, I'm already making up for it. All right, I think that's going to be the last one. Nope, I did not glue them. Yarn blanket, yes, for sure. All right, so I'm going to attach it here at the bottom. Cut that off. Snip our zip tie. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's go ahead and finish the top just like we did the bottom. So just wrap in that bar. Actually, let's take the ribbon completely under that bar. There we go. So we're just zip tying all of these extra pieces. Do this side. Thanks, y'all. I haven't made anything in 2 weeks. And I was like, look, I gotta go say hi to my peeps and create something because it's been way too long. All right, so bringing this ribbon all the way through. Cut off. I'm actually just going to tuck that right to the inside. And I'll probably put a dab of glue just to make sure that it stays there. Last piece. No, Anne, I've actually had this one. I had just misplaced it. You know me, I can't keep anything in its place. Well, hopefully now that I have my thingy here, I'll be able to. All right, so that's what we have. Let's go ahead. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this ivy. And y'all, I have no idea where I got it. So I'm just going to cut off one piece here. And actually, I don't even need to cut it all. Yeah, let's just cut the whole thing. All right, we don't need that. So we're going to make a bow, and I'm going to use this same ribbon, and we're not going to make a big bow, I don't think, but hey, who knows, right? I keep forgetting I'm on a smaller camera, so right, I know I couldn't find it. So let me see what size of loops I want. What size is that? Okay, it's the same size loop I usually do. Who am I kidding? So let's do a 6-inch loop. So we'll do 6. 6. Oh, sorry. 6, 6. And we'll just do them. We'll do 6 and then 5. 6 and 5. You got the same ribbon from Craft Outlet. That may have been where I got this one. This is just a 50-yard roll, but I honestly, I couldn't tell you. All right, I'm going to bring one down, one up. And then on the opposite side, since the small one went up, I'm going to bring the small one down and the big one up. Now I may add more. Shoot, I don't know. Let's get it on there and see if I even like it. Let's see. So we're gonna cut up this ivy and we're gonna zip tie it right to the frame. Okay. So zip it right to the frame. I can't grab it. There we go. I put it upside down. That's why I couldn't grab it. Okay. So zip tie those right in. And they are wired, so we'll be able to move them around however we need to. And let's add our bow. I'm on my Logitech right now, but that's only because I could not get my Mevo to work. And then you'll notice when you do this, this is what I use for the hanger, y'all. So I literally just make my hanger with the bow pipe cleaner. So give that a couple twists and wrap it right around. Or you can hang it right from here. Totally up to you. Okay, so there's your hanger. Just going to angle cut these. The tail on the bottom, I will generally leave inside the pumpkin because it just looks more 3D to me when I do that. So we're going to curl it up. And I'm going to leave it hanging inside. And then this one, I generally leave on the outside. And you can kind of wrap it around however you want to do it. You can intermingle your ivy into the bow. I think that may be too much. Okay, so see how I'm just kind of bringing that ivy through my loops so that it actually looks like it's a part of it. So there you go. Quick and easy. However you want to do that. Look how cute. Thanks for the stars. So just the Dollar Tree frame, black chunky yarn, whatever ribbon. I'm finding the 1.5 inch size ribbon is the best. You can obviously use the 2.5, but you're going to see less of the trim. So that's totally up to you. But these are so easy, and that was fun, y'all. Too fun. I may cut up this one last and kind of stick more inside the bow. But I'll see when I get it hung up. All right. And you can always kind of zip tie this if you don't want it flying away. Kind of zip tie it in place so that it stays where you want. Okay, that is all I have for y'all. Again, thank you so much for all the love and grace. I have not been away from my business for this amount of time, but y'all hung in there. You watched the amazing designers I had on. So I can't thank you enough for all the messages and everything. I will probably end up having to make a couple more trips to go through Grandma's things. But right now, my next adventure is Pinners. So I will be at Pinners September 28th. So if you're going to Pinners, I hope to see you there. VIP group, we will see you tonight for Chit Chat and Wreath Critique. So y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.